Hey guys, Soleno here from PlayToEarn.net. Today's video is the second part of our weekly news series, where we talk about news that happened in the blockchain gaming scene this past week, divided into game updates, teasers or announcements, and other news. For this video, we'll be talking about sneak peeks, teasers, and announcements. So without further ado, let's get to the list. To start off our list, Real Fever shares info on Fever Battle Arena beta stages. Last week, the developers of the sports-focused Web3 gaming ecosystem Real Fever shared details on the beta stages of the Fever Battle Arena. After going through the alpha stage and a private testing season, the team is now ready to move on to the open beta, which will start out in the form of a preseason where players will compete against each other using the Fever token. Players will get to build their deck and earn XP in the process, all in preparation for the official Season 1 that is scheduled to start at some point during Q1 of 2023. Those who took part in the Copa del Rey drop may have a chance of getting some free tickets to participate in the open beta. Nothing specific was revealed for the actual first season. The only bit stated was that players should not sleep during the preseason, as those who end up doing very well and who manage to craft a solid strategy backed by a competitive deck will be in a good spot for the season ahead. Fever Battle Arena is a Web3 play and earn football game, which will include the usage of NFTs from Real Fever, a sports fantasy platform which has seen more than 140,000 packs sold and over 25,000 NFT transactions to take place on its official marketplace. The ecosystem runs on the BNB chain, and the most expensive NFT bought on it costs $91,000. Next, upcoming game MuTerra shares details on gameplay. Soon-to-be-released Hive-based blockchain game MuTerra has shed more light on its activities as the game continues to work on releasing the game. MuTerra is a taming and creature battling game that combines elements of collectible card games and role-playing games. Players must have a Tabor license to play and earn rewards in MuTerra. These licenses, which exist as NFTs, allow players to unlock all of the game's features when given to a tamer. Players with multiple tamers will need multiple tamer licenses. These licenses will cost $20, but the first 10,000 will be sold at a discounted price of $10. When a tamer is transferred to a new owner, the tamer license becomes inactive, and the new owner must apply for a new license to reactivate it. Players can also use a tamer license to a common default tamer to turn it into a common tamer NFT. The date of the tamer license sale has yet to be announced. In MuTerra, the MUT utility token, or MUT, is the primary in-game currency and can be used for various purposes. The game's developers plan to distribute an initial batch of MUT tokens through airdrops to holders of MuTerra assets for 5 years. MUT token holders will also have the option to engage in token staking, which allows them to earn more MUT by holding and contributing tokens to a pool. The team plans to offer staking rewards over 5 years, with the number of rewards available decreasing yearly. They also plan to create MUT Hive liquidity pool and provide rewards for contributing to it. Other sources of MUT tokens include NFT burning, winning battles, and collecting game resources. If you're liking this news list so far, remember to check out our website and news section to be updated on everything about blockchain gaming. You can also subscribe to our channel to make sure you stay updated on all our videos. Now let's get back to the list. Next, Illuvium Zero is launching in private alpha next week. After releasing the early versions of Arena and Overworld, Illuvium is set to launch an alpha build of Illuvium Zero next week. The upcoming game is Illuvium's first mobile title, where players can build the industrial complex. Based on the announcement, Illuvium Zero will move into private alpha on January 6, 2023. This alpha testing will be split into 2 seasons, starting with Season 0, which will last for 6 to 8 weeks long. During this time, the team will take the opportunity to fix bugs and balance issues as required. After Season 0, the game will move into Season 1, which lasts until its open beta begins. A data reset will occur at the end of every season. However, players will be able to mint blueprints they research as NFTs during the last few months of Season 1. Illuvium Zero is a city builder game where players can develop and manage their lands to generate fuel and resources that are vital to Illuvium's economy. Fuel can be used to cure shards, craft weapons and armor, and used to travel different regions. Landholders will be able to extract fuel and sell them on the Illuvidex once the game goes live. On top of that, owners can scan their plots for Illuvios to generate biodata, which can be researched further to obtain NFT blueprints. These blueprints can be traded for ETH or used to craft new cosmetic skins in the overworld. For this round, the private alpha is only accessible to those who own Illuvium Zero land. Interested players can get one from the Illuvidex or in the next land sale. To learn more, check out the game's explainer video below. Next, Planet Sandbox booster feature details revealed. The Minder Studio has revealed various details on the booster feature released as part of the December update for Planet Sandbox, a third-person sandbox shooter on the BNB chain. The last new feature for this month opens up new strategies for players to use in battle. Boosters are consumables that can be purchased and equipped in-game from the booster menu that is found in the player's inventory. For this initial release, there are 3 different boosters that players can take advantage of: Frozen Bullet, Angel Wings, and Marked. The Frozen Bullet booster can be used on any weapon and makes all your attacks slow down enemies by 50% for 2 seconds, allowing you to more easily take down your opponent. This booster is currently priced at 1 PSB. With the Angel Wings booster, you can now actually revive yourself after getting gunned down, turning you into a ghost for a few seconds in order to stay invulnerable for a little bit, so you can get ready to take your second chance with 50% health. It costs 1.9 PSB and will be consumed if you equip it for a match, regardless if it ends up being activated or not. If you need to know the exact location of whoever is attacking you, then you'll want to use the marked booster. For 1 PSB, this booster reveals the location of the enemy attacking you for 15 seconds, showing their position with a red icon both on the map and in the surrounding area. Next to purchasing, these boosters can also be earned for free through various events, such as in the Christmas tournament that is currently ongoing. More different kinds of boosters are planned to come out in the future. Next, Monster Galaxy prepares to launch Moga Quests in January. PlayToEarn game Monster Galaxy has announced the upcoming release of 4 different quests. These quests include Galaxy the World, Lead the Way, Happy Lunar Year, and Face Value. The team noted that participants must avoid plagiarism, and their entries must be ageless and not be indecent, profane, hateful, or contain any other inappropriate content. Any participants found wanting would be permanently disqualified. Every week, all participants with valid entries will participate in a raffle, and 5 lucky winners will share a pool of $100 worth of GGM. Interestingly, the top 20 players with the highest XP in January will also engage in a raffle, where 5 lucky winners will share $500 in GGM. The top 5 players with the highest XP and talents in the campaign will receive Moga Superstar Oath Medal, a builder role, access to the workshop, and access to advanced quests. All rewards will be sent to winners' game accounts. In Galaxy the World, players must point their fingers at the preferred scene on Draxi and share the picture on Twitter. The event will run from December 28 at 8 AM PST to January 10 at 11 PM PST. In the Lead the Way quest, players must screenshot their positions on the new leaderboard and share it on Twitter. The event will run from January 11 at 8 AM PST to January 7 at 11 PM PST. After this quest, players can participate in Happy Lunar New Year and collect and combine lunar rabbit fragments into Moga and share it on Facebook or Twitter. This event will run from January 18 at 8 AM PST to January 24 at 11 PM PST. In the last week of the month, players will engage in the Face Value quest, where they would share an emoji that represent their facial expression on Twitter. It will run from January 25 at 8 AM PST to January 31st at 11 PM PST. And lastly, XMetaverse Grand Prix Phase 14 will start on January 1. The Grand Prix Phase 14 for XMetaverse has been announced to officially kick off on the beginning of 2023. The season will specifically start on January 1 at 2 AM UTC and will last for 2 weeks, ending on January 14 at 8 PM UTC. During the season, players will be able to compete against each other in PvP gameplay, in an effort to become one of the top 100 players who will be rewarded a share of the 500,000 XMeta prize pool. Alongside this fixed prize pool will also be an XMeta spending pool, where 50% of the total in-game XMeta spent will end up going to that pool, meaning that the 100 highest ranking players will be rewarded not only from the fixed prize pool but also from this spending pool. Next to seasonal rewards, players will also have a chance at grabbing Star Guard rewards. There will be a total of 6 Star Guard sessions to participate in, where players will get to face various different bosses and try to deal the most amount of damage in order to become the top 100 players to receive reward chests. The first session will start on January 1 at 8:10 AM UTC and end on January 2 at 11:10 PM UTC, while the last session for the 14th season will take place on January 11 at 8:10 AM UTC and end on January 12 at 11:10 PM UTC. For full details, check out the official article. And that's a wrap for today's news video. I'll be back tomorrow to talk about our last news segment, news that don't fall in the first 2 categories. And for more info and everything about blockchain games, check out our website at PlayToEarn.net, where we have the largest database of games that have all the info you need. That's it for today. See you next video.